You are you and I'm not me, and where we are is where we be. If it's night or day, the time is now. To get involved, I'll show you how. I'll run the show, you'll do your part. We'll have a blast by making art. Come join the gang, no need to fear. Just bring along your imaginosphere.
I'm so excited, I've started to glow! Got a feeling inside it's going to be a real good show. I am not me. I am art. Oh, yep. Now I'm welcoming you to episode 10, double digis, 10, there they are, 10 of Art Right Now. The most creatacular art stravaganza in livetainment you're about to experience, and if the mood takes you, I would advise you to. The show only gets better the more you put into it. Some uncut, unadulterated, unfathomable art. But before we get to that, as there are probably people tuning in from all around the world, we should take a moment to unite as a singular collective, really. A singular group of people with the same goals, the same vision, same desires. Can we? Should we? Dare we? We're going to join in a toast, because whilst it's got absolutely nothing to do with the actual show, it just brings us all together. There's my water. There's my water. It's see-through, so you can't really see it, but you know it's there. You know it's there. Today's toast, wait, is courtesy of Instagram acolyte, Little Rose 333, Little Rose 333, who has suggested a pair of things, and we're just going to toast them both. We're just going to toast them both. So please charge your glasses. Here we go. To anarchy. In many ways, the most optimistic of all the forms of governance. Most people cannot be trusted to govern themselves whilst going through a self-service checkout. They will steal. They will push the boundaries. They will do whatever they can to get those marshmallows into their trolley without having paid for them. And yet there are people, wonderful people, joyous people, optimistic people who believe that by getting rid of any and all governing bodies, that they think the stakes are too low. Marshmallows, too low. The fate of society, that's going to get people invested a little bit more. That's anarchy. Italy, a beautiful, historical, tight-shirted nation who can make anybody around the world feel a little bit less stylish just by being next to them. You think, oh gosh, this person's going out to the opera, maybe taking in a play or a concerto. No, they've dressed like that just to pop to the shops. That's Italy. That's Italy. So to anarchy and Italy. And if you don't think those two things are connected, you've obviously never tried to check in at an Italian airport. Cheers. Got a double dip for number one, please. Hello, Nowbodies. Oh, it feels good. Do you feel like I'm quite high here? I'm quite tall. I maybe shouldn't be. But if I, is that we're gonna see the top of some things that we shouldn't see? Where are we? Is that better? That's maybe better. Oh, cheers. And cheers to everybody who, now I sit down and it's not quite as bad anymore, is it? Cheers to everybody who suggested a toast on Friday. I am enjoying that little tradition. If you're not following me on Instagram, you absolutely should. Let's get the socials in there. If you're not following me on Instagram, every single Friday I'll do a little story And I'll encourage people to get in touch and share what they believe should be toasted. And as I always say, it can be as big or as small as you want. Today we had anarchy in Italy. There were also cereal for dessert, dogs, digs, weekends, the opening of a lesbian action-packed Coen Brothers film, and the stems on broccoli. So it's a real wide array of wonderful, wonderful ideas. So I highly recommend you get involved and have fun with that. Excited to be here. Who do we have? Who do we have in the canoe today? Who's in the canoe? The little Nowbody canoe. It's TB Douglas. Hello to you. Definitely not Duda. Always a joy. Always a joy. SJ Beck 72. Wonderful to see. Maple Panda. Hello. Super Nashwan 8. Counting Sheep. Thank you so much, Counting Sheep. That was a little bit quiet for me. I don't know if it was quiet for you. I tried to up and down the volume before we started, and it just shut everything down. So I'm just a little bit fearful of it. Kill Kilch, getting in there already with the app names. Yeah, let's get involved with the app names. Now, no hobos leave their carts outside of the designated cart collection areas. Exactly, that's anarchy for you. Definitely not Duda with an app name as well. TB Dogs. Oh, everybody getting involved. Counting Sheep. Isn't it just one Coen? Yeah, it is. Coen. It's a Coen brother film, not a Coen brothers film. And if I said brothers, if I drop that S on the end, I can only beg for your clemency in that issue. I can only beg for your clemency. We've got an incredible episode coming up. Really, really good. As people have already started out, for any newbies here, we are looking for ep names. That was the week before. I haven't updated that. What was last episode? Was it Orphan Sock Basket? Oh, it might have been Orphan Sock Basket. I might have updated that before. Was it? I think it was. Yeah. So if I, using my mouth, or one of you guys using your little digis on your keyboards, come up with a phrase or just a few little words that really capture, or you can kind of create your own based on something that we've said. It doesn't have to be a direct quote, I will say that. But yeah, a few words that really speak to you, really kind of allow some vibrations within your soul. Make sure you get them in the chat with ep name. Last time it was Orphan Sock Basket, which was absolutely tremendous work from, I believe, Killer Kilch, and but picked up on by SJ Beck 72, both of which deserve a lot of credit there. A lot of credit. Wonderful stuff. AOL Time Warner Official, hello to you. Turning this Nowbody canoe into a whitewater rapid ride of lifetainment. AOL Time Warner Official, you just get it, don't you? You just get it. We have some red light coming down here. This is in honor of Maple Panda, who paid for some red light in the quiz because I hadn't turned it off as a reward. It didn't necessarily work in the quiz, but I thought we'd just start off with a little bit of red just to make sure that everybody's happy. I like to pay my debts. I felt like I owed Maple Panda a little bit of what the Germans would refer to as rot. I wanted to rot up a storm. So we've had that. Let's go for some white. Oh, look how pasty. Look how pasty. But of course, if you wish to, well, it should be still active. You should be able to 16-second chill dance party. Can we do that? No, maybe can't actually. So let's get rid of that. Yeah, that was not great. What is art? We can do bulb color. We can do we can do a few bits. So if you want to change it back, absolutely feel free. You owe me nothing, not me. We're all good. No beef here. This is a beefless show. Okay, no beef here. That's of course so we've. Let's start off. Let's kick this thing in a high gear, shall we? Like a Coen brother going rafting. I think that was what you were talking about, AOL Time Warner. Yeah, let's do this.
Not these pics, plus your words. It's modern art. Just ask young people, not memes.
Oh, it was all quiet because... Wait, what's this up here? It was all quiet because my thing wasn't properly all the way fully plugged in. It is not memes, guys. Memes are art. I don't think I need to explain that to any of you in here. Memes are art. And it's the addition of one thing to another thing to create a third thing. They're like puns. They're like the visual equivalent of puns. And we all know, of course, Lord knows we all know how artistic puns are. So today we are recreating, reinterpreting, if I can say, which makes me, I think, a little bit less legally actionable. A meme featuring professional basketball superstar Shaquille Rashawn O'Neal. It's this one. I sleep and real stuff under here. I bleeped it out because this is a family-friendly, Lord knows this is a family-friendly exercise we're doing here. I've interpreted it. What I've done, this is a classic example, guys. This is a classic example of, I have a very expressive face. I am able to communicate. It's one of the things that makes me such an outstanding communicator. Very, very expressive face. And I feel like I've almost taken this too far. I've almost taken this one too far. So what I've done is this. So what you'll notice here is up on this one, I'm just chilling out. I'm playing my Switch. Yeah, it's one of the things I do to relax. Down here, I'm just very aware of the camera. It kind of breaks the fourth wall in a kind of Fleabaggy way. This is kind of my Fleabag, you could say. And what I've done with the attention, I've made my eyes bigger because it's all about how much attention, how much focus I'm giving to this. Yeah. But in doing so, my eyebrows have arched in a way that I believe gives a little bit of anger. Yeah? A little bit of anger. That's not what I was going for here, but it just came out. Yeah? Just because of my expressive face. That is art from Nana Hobob, even before the text. Yeah, that's what I do. That's what I do. I pride myself on being an artiste that can create wordless memes. Wordless memes. Obviously, you've got some options here. Very, very simple, very straightforward. Route 1, if you can say. What's up in A, what's down in B. So this obviously, there's several interpretations of this that we can go through. One of them is, it could be, for instance, just to give you a little bit of help, a few ideas and options, because I want a lot of you to get involved with this. You just let me know what's A, what's B. Some options could be about, it could be anger. It could be something that somebody doesn't care about, and then something that somebody does care about very, very much. An option for this would be women not buying anything for their man on Valentine's Day. Nobody cares. Men not buying anything for their women on Valentine's Day. Everybody cares. Okay, so it's satirical. Sue me. So that's an option for kind of care, don't care. We've also got telling us. It could tell a story. The top one could be an event, and then that leads onto the bottom one that's an event. One that I thought of for that instance would be, oh no, that's this one. Sitting on an empty bus, and then someone gets on and sits right next to you. This is, that's fine. That's fine. Chilling on an empty bus. But then this, oh my gosh. And like I say, this, it's maybe seems angry, but it's more just about, attention and heightened. It's like normal, heightened. Maybe that's what we'll say. Normal, heightened. Someone gets on and sits right next to you. What are they doing? Okay. So it is more flexible than I'm letting on. Low stakes, high stakes. Low stakes, high stakes. Farting after eating at a Wendy's, farting after eating at a Chipotle. It's a little bit scatological. It's a little bit Lucy-Lou, if I can say that. A little bit Lucy-Lou. But it just said, hey, this is low stakes, this is high stakes. Low stakes, farting after eating at a Wendy's. It's going to be great. Might not even smell that terrible. Chipotle, oof. Danger, danger, Will Robinson. Yeah? And then the last one, as ever with these memes, and I feel like this is something that we haven't really encountered too much so far in our journey through Notmemes. There she is. There she is. Farewell, Lucy. She's loving the fart joke. Loving that. We could just go absurd. It is perfectly acceptable to do a meme where you know what you're talking about, but it's not necessarily communicated in the clearest way. Wearing trainers to train, wearing loafers to loaf. It kind of means something, but it also kind of doesn't. But that's acceptable. That is acceptable in the world of memes. So I've given you some options here. I've given you some choices, and I love that AOL Time Warner Official has already got on board. So we're going to take a post-it note. We're going to make a note of that. And then we're going to pick a winner by the end of the episode. That, my friends, is Notme. We're going to come back to that as and when. Let's give a little ad quickly. We're going to keep on coming back to this throughout the episode. Where are we going? Options, there we go. Just to remind you to get involved. Just to remind you. Where is it? There it is. Oh, Nana Hobbs. That's lovely. Bringing in a reference to this show. And it might not be the coolest thing about me, but that's always going to get you some credit. AOL Time Warner. Yeah, lovely. Nana. Whoa, definitely putting the cat amongst the pigeons there. Wonderful stuff. Thank you so much for getting involved with this, guys. This is one of the purest forms of a segment that just doesn't work if people don't get involved. So it's wonderful stuff that you're able to get involved now. And I cannot say how pleased I am, Nana, that you're able to catch the show this week. What have we got next? Oh, guys.
Won't you please let me present
Bass.
some awesome stuff that I've been sent?
Yeah. Guys, you know I love you all. You know I love you all equally. But in the realm of awesome stuff that I've been sent, what is becoming clear is that we've got some real high achievers in this. Because I need to say a big thank you. I mean, again, awesome stuff that I've been sent is probably my favorite segment of all, because it just means that someone was thinking of me when I wasn't even on a screen in front of them. I wasn't on their TV. I wasn't on their laptop. I wasn't on their Switch, maybe. I wasn't on their phone. They were just out in the world, out in the wild. They saw something and they sent it to me. Now, that could be a photo. Most of the time that's a photo or a screen grab from something online that they want my unique and very interesting take on. But sometimes, when I'm a very, very lucky chap, it's a physical object. A physical object. That's what we've got here today, guys. That's what we've got here today. Because I need to say a huge thank you to the Kilches. You know them as your girl Sarah Kilch and Killer Kilch. And there is a third Kilch, a smaller Kilch, as I am led to believe. But the Kilches sent me something. Physical. A tote bag. Now, tote bag, step one. That's awesome. Very useful, very handy. Saves the planet, because you can just take one of these and you don't have to use plastic bags or paper bags that don't have handles, and they're the worst. America. And you have to do that grip thing. You have to just hold things, and that's really painful after a while because it's such an unnatural way to hold things. Tote bag, thank you. You want a step two? You want to take that up a notch? Sure. It's a little popper on the bag. Let's hear that. That's staying shut. that's staying shut. Obviously, there's still some holes either side, but generally speaking, it's not going to be baggy open, yeah? You want a stage 3? Sure. There's a smaller bag inside the larger bag. Here's your large bag, here's your small bag. So that you can pop your wallet, you can pop your keys, you can pop your phone in there maybe, and you don't have to fish around in the rest of the bag. This is an excellent tote bag. Sorry, you want a level 4? You want a level 4? Are you ready? Are you ready? At I am not me, I am art on Insta, on Twitch. Insta's just like short and cool for Instagram. Don't worry about it. Let's use our imaginosphere hashtag art right now. I mean, come on, guys. What an outstanding gift. Wow, says Nana Hobbob. Couldn't agree with that more. That is art. And a wow from Definitely Not Duda. Certainly. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Let's get more subscribers, says Killer. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. And it came with a suggestion, I will say. It came with a suggestion. They said, hey, why don't you wear that around and try and get people to take pictures of it, and then that's a wee bit of viral marketing. And I thought, great, who's going to take a picture of this bag? And they said, what if you pop a dog in it? What if you pop a dog in it? That's new dog in the tote. Who isn't going to take a picture of that? It's practical. It's thought through. It's creative. It's everything you want in a gift. Everything you want in a gift. So as I say, a huge, huge thank you to the Kilchers. Absolutely. Absolutely fantastic. I mean, above and beyond with a capital A and a capital B. And if you're not using an ampersand and you're going with A and D, capital A as well. I don't think it's strictly speaking grammatically on the level, but my God. My God. Outstanding. Thank you so, so much to the Kilchers. Pop a dog in it. Killers selling them. Killers making them. Killers selling them. DM on Insta, Film Gem Digger. Get a tote bag. Get a tote bag. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. Thank you so, so much. Let's head back. Let's head back. Oh. Oh, no. That's the wrong meme. Just dropping that in. I mean, we've got a lot of suggestions already, which is very, very nice. Very, very nice. Excellent, excellent stuff. What have we got? Do you mind, obviously, making a lot of money from that tote, obs. But do you mind if I make a little bit more money? Yeah? Let's go for a little bit of B squared. A little bit of B squared. And this one, very excitingly, they decided to go topical. And this one is in honor of Black History Month, which we are racing towards the end of, sadly. I get no sense that people are nervous. That's a real shame. Just writing these down. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay, let's read some copy. Guys. Come on. Here we go. If you want to be simultaneously more woke and more lean, then come to this example of the new fitness trend known as exaschooling. This July, join us on our 14-day exercise and reflection retreat to beautiful Whitedom Farm in Virginia, where you will engage with some hard-hitting history lessons about the tragic history of cotton picking, and then find out exactly how difficult it was when you engage in 12-hour workout sessions that largely mirror the experience of picking cotton: bending, reaching, dragging, lifting. And for those concerned, yes, this is a Black-owned and run experience. And all of the instructors are African-American descendants of the slaves who worked on that particular farm all those years ago. And it really is such a positive experience because, by goodness, they enjoy their work of telling visitors what to do. They really do. Really, really do. By the end of the 2 weeks, every muscle in your body will be screaming and ripped, and you will have a much more palpable connection to this country's shameful history that you will be able to tell everyone about when you're back at work. Now, some will say, of course, that you're just paying 4 figures to pick cotton, but at least no one will be able to accuse you of being racist for a full calendar year, and they will provide a certificate to that effect. So come along to Whitedom Farm in Virginia and experience the vacation that was described by The Atlantic as a must. That's nice. That's nice, isn't it? That's very, very good. More woke, more lean. I'm not giving B Squared any credit for that one. That's that's really nice. Using some of their, it's just advertising copy. But they've Gosh, that sounds like a really exciting way to work out those muscles, and like we say, just get to know this country a little bit more. Not shy away from the history, just kind of own up to it. Yeah. AOL Time Warner official. My focus groups, thank you for running those, by the way, are showing that Middle America loves woke and lean. Smart move, B Squared. Yeah, they're on the crest of the wave, B Squared, consistently and thoroughly. And it's one of the reasons that I'm so proud to be one of their spokespersons. People. Back to Maine. I mean, we've got as I say, we do have a lot of Notmemes already, which is excellent. I can't thank you enough. If there is anybody who hasn't yet Notmemed, hasn't got their suggestion in, this is what we're dealing with. It's the Shaq sleeping meme by any other name, but with just a little bit more going on. There we go. What's next? Oh, I've been excited to do this one. Always a fan of this. Here we go.
Donuts will not give you cancer, and tigers are not fancy panthers, and Idris Elba was never a Girl Scout. If knowledge is power, then let's go work out. Enlieclopedia.
Oh. No, we don't need the celebration yet. Thank you very much. Enlieclopedia. It's that time of the show again to train your noses to be more effective at sniffing out disinformation. I'm going to give you 5 facts about a single topic, only one of which is correct. You just need to identify which fact is solid gold truth and which 4 are lies. Look at this. Lovely, lovely stuff. Let's get the little side box on. Let's not see that chat box quite yet. The Enlieclopedia topic we're dealing with this week, she's been in the news, and if you know why she's been in the news, that might help out. It's Jennifer Lopez. It's Jennifer, aka Jenny from the Block, Lopez. So here's 5 facts about Jennifer Lopez, and afterwards you can let me know which one you think is true. Remember, statistically speaking, each one of these is going to be false. Much more likely to be false than true, but let's see what you think. Okay, fact number 1. Jennifer was so nervous about playing a poor person in the film Made in Manhattan that she got co-star Ralph Fiennes to verbally abuse her every morning before filming began in order to give her the requisite poor person cloud of shame. Ralph was happy, eager even, to oblige. That's fact number 1. Made in Manhattan. It's a wonderful film. Wonderful, wonderful film with Jennifer and Ralph Fiennes. Is it true? Probably not, as I say, but maybe. Fact number 2. Jennifer's 3-letter nickname J-Lo was deliberately cultivated in order to dramatically reduce the amount of time she has to spend signing autographs, as she was born with a debilitating fear of her own handwriting. That's a shame. That must be tough. That must be tough for Jenny. If that's true, of course. Just J-Lo. I mean, that's probably reducing... I'm not a maths guy, but even I can work out that's probably going to reduce her autograph signing time by about 75%. So if this is true, pretty smart. Let's have a look. Number 3. Jennifer's recent film, This Is Me Now, A Love Story, was entirely self-funded to the tune of an estimated $20 million. She spent $20 million of her own money to produce a 65-minute music video about her own love life. Could that be true? $20 million, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. But maybe it's true. Fact number 4. During her time as a judge on American Idol, Jennifer donated blood most weeks to ensure the survival of fellow judge and noted blood pooper Steven Tyler. Tyler expels approximately 60% of his body's blood every month through his bowel movements as a result of his excessive drug use in the 70s and 80s. That's a nice thing for somebody to do. If your buddy needs a lot of blood, why not donate a lot of blood to him? If he's pooping it out, why don't you be the one to just thumb it back in? Get that blood back in. Yeah. Could be, definitely. Could be. And the final fact here, one of these has got to be true, remember. One of these has got to be true, so maybe it's this last one. One of Jennifer's children, Benson, was an immaculate conception and therefore born with a touch of divinity within him. Jennifer has campaigned tirelessly to raise awareness of the very sad stigmatization and ostracism that magical children often receive. Benson is able to levitate, and his tears cure heartburn. So if you're waiting for the last one, then this one has to be... If you're confident the other 4 aren't true, then this... by extension, must be true. Wow is right, TB. Wow is right. So just have a little summary here. So it's either Made in Manhattan abuse, that's 1. Number 2, J-Lo is a short autograph. Number 3, $20 million autobiopic, which is a word that came up with a squiggle underneath it because people don't make autobiopics. 4, Tyler blood donations. And 5, little magical Benson Lopez. So get in the chat box, get in the chat which one you think, 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5. For which one you believe is the truth. Which of these is true? Made in Manhattan abuse. J-Lo is a short autograph. Number 3, $20 million autobiopic. 4, Tyler blood donations. Or 5, magical Benson Lopez. What have we got? Killer Kilch going for number 1, Made in Manhattan. Very possibly. See Ralph Fiennes' eyes. Maybe it's just the Voldemort connection, but you think, I wonder if he's capable of that. Definitely not Duda going for number 3. Stephen Ashwan 8 going for number 3. TB Douglas going for, I wish it were 5, but I think it's 3. Okay. Maple Panda says 2, goes for the J-Lo is a short autograph, fear of her own handwriting. I'm not sure of the Latin name for that, but it's got to be something. SJBX72 going for number 3. Nana Hobop, I assume 5 is true, because maybe she named her child Benson to make it seem more like Ben Affleck's son. Yeah, that's true. Although it's a firstborn. I mean, maybe that was by Ben, first time round. Because obviously they've had a little bit of a gap, haven't they? Count Sheep going for number 1. AOL Time Warner Official, I want to say 4, want to say the Blood Pooper, but 3 seems like the smart money. I will stress this, AOL Time Warner. Nobody is betting money on this. So if you have been approached by anybody who's asked you to bet actual money on Enlieclopedia. They do not represent me or my brand. Just good to get that out the way. Just good to get that out of the way. So we've got several threes, mostly threes. Killer Kilcher went with a 1. Maple Panda went with a 2. And Nano Hobbob went with a 5. I could really use the money, though. Well, I keep my fingers crossed that it all works out for you, AOL Time Warner. Of course I do. Of course I do. Well, let's get that chat box off. This fact is true. It is, of course. Oh. Congratulations! It is Jennifer Lopez's recent film, This Is Me Now, a love story. It was entirely self-funded to the tune of an estimated $20 million. She spent $20 million, that's M for million, $20 million of her own money to produce a 65-minute music video about her own love life. And some people would say, hey, why have you done that, Jennifer? But to which she might reply, it's difficult spending all the money I have. For these very, very rich people, it's difficult to spend all of that money. So congratulations. Gosh, a lot of congratulations here. Congratulations to Super Nash 18. Congratulations to TB Douglas, definitely not Duda, and SJ Beck 72, and AOL Time Warner Official. It came through, and if you're comfortable letting us know how much money you did win on that AOL Time Warner Official, I'd really be interested to find out. And give me the details of who set that up for you, because I would like to have a little word with them. TB Douglas, it's so hard to be that rich. That's what a lot of people don't realise and don't give the rich enough credit for. It's flipping tricky to spend all of that money. So another very successful episode of Enlieclopedia, and we'll see you next time. Let's go back to Maine. Lovely, lovely stuff. Gosh, we're getting through here, really getting through it at a real clip, and I'm feeling pretty great. TB coming in with another suggestion for the thing. Oh, yeah. I see you, TB. I see you, TB. Yeah. We've got a segment here that I think you're going to be happy with. It's one that we haven't had for a couple of weeks now. I mean, we haven't had an Art Right Now for a couple of weeks, but we haven't had this segment for a couple of weeks, and I think you're going to be pleased with it.
When creativity's overflowing, it sometimes works hard without you knowing. So here's some memories that probably never happened.
Definitely's loving it. I love the memories. Guys, my imaginosphere is so powerful that sometimes it conjures experiences, thoughts, scenarios, situations that are so real and vivid that then my brain has a difficult time discerning between what's a memory and what's just a conjuring. And so what I like to do is just to kind of purge myself of some of these. I just like to tell these stories. I like to tell these stories of memories that I have that, if I'm looking at it analytically, probably never happened. Okay? So this is a few years ago now. But I was contacted, I was phoned up and invited to be the plus one, somebody for an organ recital. Somebody looking to take me to an organ recital, to which they had been invited. So it's a fundraiser kind of thing, to raise awareness about the dangers of organ failure. Organs for Organs. It was something called something like that. Organs for Organs. It's pretty clever, really. I hadn't had a big lunch, so I asked him. Sorry, probably wondering who it was. It was our good friend Morrissey. Been invited to Organs for Organs, and wanted me as his plus one. I thought, yeah, absolutely fine. I hadn't had a big lunch, so I asked him whether this event would be catered. Wanted to know whether it would be catered, and he said, probably nibbles, but not a sit-down meal. So I thought, right, Absolutely fine, no problem whatsoever. Popped a couple of hard-boiled eggs and some kitchen roll and slipped them into my jacket pocket, and off I went. So we'd agreed to get the train up. I'd knocked for him on the way to the train station. So I gave him a knock, and he answered the door. "Hello, Notme. I really appreciate you doing this for me." Appreciate you doing this for me. I wonder if your alarms are going off as my alarms do. He's just invited me to a sweet organ recital where I'm going to get some nibbles and organ music like in an old fairground. Like, I'm not doing him any favours here. This is going to be a great event. Something's wrong. I can sense it. And I'm thinking, what's he so nervous about? Yeah? What's he so nervous about? He's sweating. His hair is approximately half its normal height. Something's wrong. Is he afraid of organs or something? So I ask him straight up. I'm like, yo, dude, why so jittery? Yeah. And this is before the Dark Knight. So turns out, and this is the first of many twists in this story, the fundraiser was being put on by an ex of Morrissey's, and he was hoping to pass me off as his new boyfriend. I was like, okay, well, what's this going to entail? Just holding hands with me, and maybe a peck on the cheek. I thought, do you know what? That's not too much of an imposition. I've absolutely no issue with it. But I thought, let's not waste this opportunity. I could get something out of it myself. Yeah. So I said, sure. As long as we stopped off on the way home for a McFlurry, I would do it. I'll do it for a McFlurry. And he said yes. So I was very happy with that. That had all worked out. Master negotiator. Does it make me a bad friend for exploiting him like that? Yeah, maybe. But a McFlurry is like £3, and he's still got all of that Smith's money. So maybe you can just chill for a second. What McFlurry do you want, though? I'm ethically objected to Snickers. Ethically objected? Interesting. He's ethically objected to a lot of things. I don't ask anymore. So I moved on, and I acted upset. So, sure, I won't get Snickers. But the truth is, I was gunning for a Maltesers anyway, so it's absolutely fine. Oh, it's awful, isn't it? But sometimes it's nice to be a bit naughty. Sometimes it's nice to be naughty, and it's all in good fun. Anyway, we get onto the high street, and we see something that I'm always pleased to see, a person walking a ferret. Okay? The young woman, maybe 30, had a look of Mindy Kaling about her, but like old Mindy Kaling before all the... And the ferret was black and white, like it was dressed up to go to a costume party as a sheepdog. Honestly, it was a lovely sight. Now, I'm an animal guy, you know this, and so is Morrissey. Morrissey loves animals, adores them. So I thought he'd be as thrilled as me. Morrissey, look, ferret. And you know what? His face dropped. Ferrets deserve to be free as the Manchester breeze. I thought, right, okay, well, here's one of the odd quirks of being friends with a very creative person like Morrissey. And I'm sure cameraman George will attest to this because he's friends with me and I'm at least as creative as Morrissey. Sometimes we come out with odd phrases, okay? Nobody's perfect all the time. It's rare that great ideas and thoughts will come out perfectly formed first time, yeah? Often need a little bit of workshopping. So I just thought, oh, right, he's writing a song and it'll get refined and improved. And then one day I'll be sitting in a Dwayne Reed, say, waiting to have a prescription processed. It'll come on the radio and I'll think, gosh, I was there at that song's inception. And you know what? I'm really glad it still retained the focus on ferrets. But no, Morrissey, like a madman, I will add, lunges at this poor woman and her weasel, tries to rip the ferret off the leash. Fear not, my furry friend, you shall be unleashed. Lots of grappling, lots of kerfuffle, is debasing himself, I believe, losing a lot of respect in this woman's eyes, probably the ferret's eyes as well, because of course, while his intentions were good, he was trying to free a poor defenseless animal from the yoke of oppression, this ferret actually pretty keen to stay leashed. So what happened was the ferret kind of turned on him. Didn't like what Morrissey was doing. Lots of grappling, he was on his hands and knees scrabbling around. It was a dirty high street. butt ends and, chewing gum on the floor. Ferret goes after him. And it was kind of like a cartoon where if Morrissey had been Punch and he was on the floor and there was a ferret running around his head. It was fast, yeah, and just scratching, biting. And he's, oh my goodness, this ferret has gone mental. Crazy, right? Luckily, I remembered, don't ask me where from, I remembered that a little treat for a ferret, don't give them this all the time, but a little treat for a ferret, yeah, it's a boiled egg. Took the boiled egg out of my pocket and I threw it on the pavement. The ferret sees it, the ferret gets off Morrissey. Nom, 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 nom. I grabbed Morrissey, apologised to Mindy Kaling. It wasn't Mindy Kaling, but she kind of looked like Mindy Kaling, and we just ran. Long story short, I'll skip to the end. 3 weeks later, it was a lovely recital. Organs were really going crazy. 3 weeks later, I'm visiting Morrissey in hospital. The wound, one of the wounds from the ferret's bite, got infected. Sepsis. Quite serious, because Morrissey doesn't really trust a lot of doctors. You remember what the event was about, organs for organs, organ failure. His organs had started failing. So he needed to get to the hospital very quickly. They managed to patch him up, but my goodness, he went through some suffering to try and save that ferret. And I sat down with him and I said, Morrissey, how are you doing? And he said, I blame that owner. Indians shouldn't own pets. And I thought, Morrissey, let's keep that to ourselves, shall we? Because, of course, if you are feeling sorry for Morrissey in this instance, that's a nice, handy reminder that at times he can be terrifically racist. Okay? Terrifically racist. I don't like it, but we're old friends, and sometimes, I like to feel myself as a moderating influence. So he's having a go at this young Mindy Kaling lady saying that Indians shouldn't own pets. I'm like, Morrissey, be quiet, okay? That's not true. There are many Indians that are fine pet owners. I said, how are you doing, pal? What's going on? And he finished it just with this phrase that I thought was quite poignant. This is the worst thing that's ever happened to me. And there we go. That's the story of Morrissey and the ferret. I believe, however, that didn't happen. That didn't happen because Morrissey's very cagey about his relationship status. He's described himself as asexual or beyond terms like that. And also, I know for a fact he doesn't like organ music because it reminds him of the fairground, and he's not a fairground guy. Let's just say that. He's not a fairground guy. A lot of immigrants working fairgrounds, and he's, it's just best to, yeah. Wow. What a story. It's captured everybody's imagination, and I really enjoy that. Morrissey, yeah, a little bit more with Morrissey. This is the first time we've had a repeat guest, and I hope that hasn't been disappointing to you, because I'm planning on doing several more. Ep name, at least as creative as Morrissey. That's great, killer. I like that a lot. It's shocking that this story never made it to an album. Real pity. Yeah, that's another thing you think, like, well, if he's gone through something like this, that's going to find its way, like you say, into an album. He's going to have put that into song. And so the fact that he hasn't says to me, it's probably never happened. You never know, though. You never know. Good idea to keep a boiled egg with you in case of ferret encounters. Absolutely. Couldn't agree more with that, Nana. Always a couple of boilies. Couple of boilies in the pockets, just in case ferrets or, older people like to have eggs. It's just a egg, hard-boiled, maybe a little sachet of salt. Sounds like a complicated friendship with Morrissey. Yeah, thank you, AOL Time Warner Official. It is. And there are people who would say, do you know what? You shouldn't be friends with racists, and I completely appreciate that. But like I say, I like to think of myself as a moderating influence on Morrissey. I like to think that me being there, maybe he'll think next time, do you know what? It's fine if an Indian person has a pet. That's my hope. That's my hope. Monkey Pixie Funk will be sorry to have missed this, although he has a complex relationship with Mozza. # problematic. Yeah. I mean, you get it. You get it, Maple Panda, as does Monkey Pixie Funk by the sounds of things. MPF. Yeah. You love him and you hate him at the same time. Sometimes it's pretty complicated. But that's a memory that probably never happened. Let's head back to Maine. Thank you, Maple. Thank you, Maple. Gosh, this has gone on quite a long time. Let's just move it straight on, guys. Very, very excited to have a world premiere for you. I've got a world premiere just to round out the episode. A world premiere. It is very cold in New Jersey at the moment, as is New Jersey's wont at this kind of time of year. And so I thought, well, what if we try and bring even just a sense of warmth to the episode. I can't heat up where you are. I can't do that yet. Hopefully people are working on the technology, but I can't do that for you yet. But my hope is that at least I can make you feel a little warmer. I can trick your brain into feeling a little bit warmer with a little video that I shot last year in a very warm place known as Antigua. Yes, get your popcorn. Get your popcorn, Nana. Sweet or salty or caramel or cheesy, which I really do enjoy. Get your popcorns or your other snacks ready for a world premiere of the latest episode of Travelart. I am Notme, I am Art, and I am currently staying here at this exquisite resort-style hotel in St. Philip's, Antigua. Does the fact that I'm staying in this little slice of Caribbean paradise mean that I'm going to stop creating? Well, largely, yes. It's too beautiful to do anything but stare at the foliage. I mean, just look at it. But I will carve out a very small part of my holiday to take an in-depth look at some of the artworks I find in there. For you. See the sacrifices I make? Not that I'll get any thanks for it. This is Travelart. This is a painting of the seaside. It is done in very muted, almost sepia tone colours, and it brings feelings of relaxation. But where is the painting? As you can probably tell from the degradation of the audio quality, we're currently in the toilet, and this painting is placed above the throne. What does that mean? Well, it means that the only people that will see this picture close up are men who choose to urinate standing up. Everybody else, women and men who urinate sitting down, will have a beautiful, vibrant, verdant, alive view right in front of them with their very eyes. Nature art. So what does this painting tell us? It tells us that standing up to urinate drains the colour, drains the joy from one's life. This is something that you're going to have to do 3-4 times a day, depending on your personal hydration protocols. Why in God's name would you choose to do it standing up when you can sit down, rest your legs, and have a really good think while you're doing it? The choice to stand up to pee is a mental one, and you're mental if you do it. Not my words, the words of the painting. This is a small shell connected with a chain to a larger shell.
Is that art, Notme? Why, yes, it actually is. Please don't question me like that. At this hotel, rather than a boring sign on the door handle saying, yes, please change my towels, or no, don't you dare come into my room, this place does it a little bit differently. If the small shell is in the large shell, it means stay away. If the small shell is outside of the large shell, dangling, it means please come in and change my towels. And what this says to me is that in order to get that human contact in life, as well as in this situation, you can't stay nestled within the bosom of comfort. Sometimes you need to put yourself out there. And that's exactly what I did. I left the small shell out of the large shell, and when a wonderful woman came to change the towels in my room, a woman by the name of Linda, she was very surprised to see me waiting in there, and I accompanied her through her entire rounds. It was my way of saying to her, I'm not like the people here, both in the fact that I don't actually have enough money to stay here, and I'm treating you like a human being. And she was very surprised at that. She just kept on repeating, seriously, no one ever does this. I was inspired to make a human connection because of this artwork. Thank you, artwork. And thank you, Linda. This is a collection of 9 circles of metal, arranged in a grid formation. Each of the circles has a slice cut out of it, some of them in an uppy-downy way, and others in a lefty-righty kind of way, which brings to mind the game of noughts and crosses, or tic-tac-toe, or 3 in a row, or Winkle's Delight, which is an alternative name for the game that I just made up. But wait, what's this? Does the brushing on the individual circles kind of look like the explosion radius from a bomb or explosive device? Well, it's up for interpretation, but yes, it does. This artwork deals with the absurdity of having such a keen interest in war. Look at me, standing very close to this artwork. That's absurd. Why absurd? Because I'm standing in a bath.
And there we go. 3 excellent artworks and 3 excellent analyses from this beautiful resort-style hotel in St. Philip's, Antigua. But where will my travels take me to next time? I don't know.
And there we go. Hopefully you're all feeling nice and warm. Warmed up. Beautiful stuff, says Killer Kilch. Oh, TB. Definitely. Thank you, thank you. AOL Time Warner looks like lily pads to me, though they were a metaphor of the plant world. Oh, the war metaphor of the plant world. Yes. Lovely, lovely stuff. Taking on a different level. A double level. Double level. Well, thank you so much, everybody, for watching that and enjoying it so much. I will say I did have to update the ticker in that period because nobody had alerted me to the fact that it was on the wrong date for the whole episode. So really makes me question whether there should be a ticker, because if people aren't paying attention to it, then, why bother? We've only got one. We've got a couple of things bits of admin to be getting on with here. So let's round up the episode and release you all back into the wild. Here we go.
These pics, plus your words. It's modern art. Just ask young people, not memes.
Not memes. Absolutely. We had some, maybe more suggestions for not memes than we've ever had before, which I'm very, very excited about. We had some incredible ones. A lovely one from AOL Time Warner Official. Was it? Right at the beginning? Yeah, really, really kicked us off with a killer. Nana Hobbob mentioning the show, which is always good. Definitely not due to getting a little bit spicy. Some really, really, I feel like everybody got involved and really did some great stuff, but there can be only one winner. There can be only one winner. And this week, and I believe also very excitingly, always makes me very excited to have somebody that has never got involved with a Notmeme before getting involved, because it says to me that I am cultivating an interest in memes, and that's really what I'm here for. That's really what I'm here for. So if we can all charge our glasses and maybe drop in some celebratory emotes, I'm not sure which they would be, but it's up to you. This is from SJ Beck 72, enjoying a mystery novel, and then finding the last 3 pages are missing. My goodness, that just it just boils up inside you, doesn't it? Just makes you feel real. Ooh, last 3 pages are missing. Because why would the last 3 pages be missing? Maybe it's an old book. Maybe it's an old book and the glue has just, faded over time. Oh, look at all this emote work. This is for you, SJ Beck 72. This is for you. This is all for you. Oh, look at this. Look at this community of emoters that we've got. Fabulous, fabulous work. It's all slowing down even. It's that powerful. Oh. And the marshmallows from Maple Panda. But yeah, maybe it's simple that the pages have fallen out over the years. It's an old Agatha Christie or something, and it's just not worked out. Or maybe somebody's taken out those mystery pages, and then the end of that mystery novel becomes a mystery that you need to solve. There's a kind of a meta element to it that really, really excited me with this one. So well done, SGBX72. Thank you so much for getting involved. Which means all we've got left is the ep name. So I'm about to start a poll. Again, please don't ask me how to vote in these polls, because I just don't know. Cheers all. But we've got 5 options, 5 outstanding options. I haven't had to add any of these options in. This is all from you guys. Number 1, we've got Blood Pooper. Number 2, we've got More Woke, More Lean. Number 3, Pop a Dog in It. Number 4, Tight Shirt Nation. Number 5, we've got Linda. So let's start that poll. You've got 2 minutes to vote. 2 minutes to vote. And let's see. Let's see how you do. My goodness. Let's see how you do. But that is the end of the episode, guys. I hope you've all enjoyed yourselves. I hope you've all had a great time. I've had a great time. It's gone a little bit long, hasn't it? How long is this? 1 hour and 7. There was just too much to fit in, I think. Just too much to fit in. We started a little late. I'll hold my hands up to that. But yeah, I've had a fantastic time. Notmemes, awesome stuff. Bag, sponsorship, Enlieclopedia, memories, and a world premiere. My goodness, what an episode. What an episode this is. How are we doing with it? Okay. How many votes have we got so far? 7 votes. Guys, we're doing it. It's happening. It's working. We're all having a great time. Next week we'll have a quiz, and then we might be taking a break after that, because that will be. Oh no, we came back for last week. It'll either be a quiz and then a break, or a quiz and then another right now and then a break. Can you sell those bags? We can do some marketing for you. I could certainly make some, but is there interest in tote bags? Not me tote bags. I have to say, as a red-blooded male, if I was making tote bags that I could print stuff on, I'm probably going to be printing my face. On that one. So please, be aware that if I did sell tote bags, they're going to have my face on them, or any kind of merch, really. Couldn't hurt to have another tote, says AOL Time Warner Official. Lovely. I would have added the face. Absolutely fine, Killer. It's not. I mean, this is your bag. This isn't my bag. I would like one, maybe not with your face though. Well, you'll have to liaise with a Killer. Killer seems to be selling these. Because if you're buying one from me, you're buying one of Notme's face. That's how these things work, I'm afraid. That's how these things work. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for getting involved. Again, this is a show that only works if you all get involved. And hopefully with marketing like this, there'll be even more people getting involved in the future. That is episode 10 of Art Right Now. Episode 10, : Pop a dog in it. I hope you have enjoyed yourself. I hope you feel like your spirit, your art, and your life is at a better place right now than it was an hour ago. I can't wait to do it all again next time. Be creative, guys. And I'll see you next week for another I Am Smart, Not Me quiz. Oh, look at all those Lucy's. I'm drowning in Lucy's, and I'm happy to. I'm absolutely happy to. Learn from my mistakes. Don't sell the rights to your face. Lease it out. I'm always learning from you, AOL Time Warner Official. That's my hope. That's my dream. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Thank you for watching, you've gladdened me greatly. Now if you want more art, you don't need to wait. We can art up whenever, there's no timetable. So create some stuff anytime you are able. A poem, a sculpture, a meme or a doodle. Try out them all, the whole kit and caboodle. But if you need help with the what and the how, I'll be back very soon with more Art Right Now.